nice within the Transformers collecting world, usually as a way to have people get figures that were extremely expensive and have a secondary option, or sometimes just to have a cheap figure. But sometimes there also is a section of bootlegs that are just for the interesting and the weird. And that's what I love about bootlegs. I love the interesting and the weird. And this one that we're going to talk about today is no different. This is the Beast King Transformables, the evil, clever dog. I love this thing. I have multiples of these. I bought multiples of these. They're so cool. So we're going to talk about these today. So this is Protoman, this is ProtoRetro, and let's do this.
ProtoRetro.
So why all the hype? What makes me so excited about Beast King Transformable's evil, clever dog? What is so cool about this that I have to do a video about it? Well, the way that I handle bootlegs, like I just said before, is I only really collect the ones that really have something unique about them. And when it comes to beast-based Transformers and stuff, there's been a lot of animals that have been done, but at the same time, there's been a lot of animals that haven't been done. Let me just reference the back here for a second to give you, a perspective. So you have here Thunder Tiger. Now we had Tigatron, and Tigatron's actual prototype was the traditional tiger color, so that's been done. Hoel Leo. There's been a lot of lions in Beast Wars and in Transformers in general, so nothing new there. Then you had Diamond Elephant. Again, there's been elephant Transformers, there's been mammoth Transformers, it's been done. Then you got Night Leopard. Almost like Cheetor leopards and cheetahs are different, but similar in concept, and we've had that done. And then you have Thunder Crazy Ox. Now, obviously, it's not an ox, it's a rhino, but I mean, we've had plenty of rhinos in G1 all the way to Beast Wars. And then we have Excavation Bear. And again, we've had bear Transformers in both G1 and in Beast Wars. And the prototype colors for Polar Claw was originally these colors. It was known as Barbarian or Grizzly 1. But then you get to the evil, clever dog. And he's a Dalmatian. The most evil of all dogs, I guess. But even in Transformers, whether it be Generation 1, Beast Wars, or any continuity, whether it be Armada, the Unicron trilogy, the movieverse, there never really has been dogs. There's been wolves, which are much more ferocious, canine, but we never really had dogs, with the exception, of course, of Canine. Canine was the first ever domesticated dog Transformer, which was obviously just a repaint, remold of the original Wolfang mold, turned into a German Shepherd. One of the most awesome dogs. I actually have a German Shepherd in my life, and they are extremely intelligent and awesome. But biased aside, that's the only time we've ever really had a domesticated dog Transformer. So whenever I see another dog bootleg or Transformer, I gotta jump on it. And a Dalmatian, which is synonymous with firefighters and being rescue dogs, to be the evil, clever dog is even more funny. So let's crack this open and find out the story behind this evil creature. Out of the packaging, evil, clever dog isn't really that evil. Sculpt is really nice, actually, and doesn't really feel like a bootleg, although it does have that Chinatown kind of plastic in certain areas, but in general, it's still pretty nice. Articulation is limited. It's just really here. This doesn't move, and the hind legs move, at least. And what's cool is the jaw moves. So you have at least that where he could bite and everything. Sculpt-wise, what's interesting about him is his tail is down, which most dogs, when they leave their tail down, it kind of represents that they're usually not a pack leader, they're usually a follower, or they're nervous or something like that. So clearly, evil, clever dog is not happy right now, and he's probably not the leader of the evil forces, despite the fact that his packaging says he's evil. It's... I just can't get over his name and everything. Yeah, comes packaged with a sword and shield, which doesn't obviously hang off of the figure like most Beast Wars toys would, so not much can be really said. I'll put him to scale next to a deluxe Beast Wars toy. Gives you an idea. It's about the same size as your standard deluxe Beast Wars toy, so really fits in. Even with scale, I mean, obviously, K9 is a really buffed up German Shepherd, where usually they're not really that buff. But size-wise, that's more or less the same scale from a German Shepherd to a Dalmatian. So pretty cool. Really dig him. Let's transform him and see how evil he really is. Transformation. Evil is unleashed. The pup becomes a man, or in this case, a dog. A clever evil dog. Yeah, so looking spiffy, to say the least. Evil clever dog, yeah. Sporting that Gundam-looking head that a lot of those Dollarama bootlegs possess, and that head sculpt has been around for almost more than a decade now, and it's been used on all kinds of their bootlegs of Transformer stuff, whether it be vehicles or motorcycles, and now their Beast King line. So just to give you an idea of how stuff hangs, yeah, it's from the back it almost looks like a dog just kind of ran into his ass there. I guess if I position the legs differently, maybe it'll not look as bad, but I mean, that tail has no articulation, so it looks very interesting from certain angles, this robot mode, but from head on it doesn't look too bad. He's interesting, to say the least. What I want to point out is his box art packaging shows that he has a lot more blues and oranges in different places, and this one it's more purples and oranges instead of the blues used, especially like the orange for the head and certain joints and the leg joints and stuff. So it's kind of interesting how they went a different route with the actual product. Not many evil Transformers that sport the pink, with the exception of probably the Seacons, but yeah. So he has a sword. We'll just put that in there, and yeah, it's a sword, and he has a shield, which has a T on it. This mold actually, to my knowledge, was used, the shield, excuse me, was used with a lot of the other bootlegs. So I don't think the shield is specific to the toy itself. It's more just a carryover from all the other stuff that they do, and it just kind of pegs in like that. T for tyrant, or topple over. I don't know. It's the clever evil dog, and he has articulation. Not really. It's really, he has a swivel joint here, and he has a swivel joint here, and the arms are kind of stuck like this because they're on rails, so you don't really have much that you could do with him, unfortunately. But he is kind of cool looking. If you could just find one really good pose, that will be it for him, you know. And we'll bring in K9 now in robot mode, and he's slightly taller than K9, but I mean, apples and oranges, really. High-class, amazing Beast Wars toy that everyone should own. Evil, clever dog. The war begins for the battle of the domesticated dog. Only one will rule. Only one will survive. The police, K9, versus the firefighter, Dalmatian. Although Dalmatians aren't really smart dogs in general, so. Known for their nose, not known for much else. But yeah, evil, clever dog. I don't know what else I could say. It's a very weird-looking bootleg. And there's actually more to this line. What you see in the back is actually Wave 1. And there's another bootleg that I plan to do that in a lot of ways is even more evil than the evil, clever dog. And he will scare your soul. But until then, this is Protoman of ProtoRetro, and this has been a video review of the Beast King Transformable, evil, clever dog. So until then, guys, take care and roll out. Hey guys, like what you saw? Want to see more? Then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe this video. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and like the Facebook group for all the latest updates from Protoman of ProtoRetro.